Hola, it's Kaipacha and the cicadas for the weekly Pele report. January 25th of the great year 2023. I know last week I said 2022. Everybody gave me a hard time for that. It's 2023. Oh man. The moon is in Pisces, okay, and she's moving into Aries today. By Friday, she's going to be, she hits, Jupiter and Chiron moving through Aries and then goes into Taurus on Friday. And we have that first quarter square moon. Last week was the new moon. How about that new moon? Was that frickin' powerful or what? Oh my goodness. Venus conjunct Saturn. New moon at 1-2 degrees of Aquarius. Wow. Pretty intense. Anyway, she's moving on, moving up into Taurus, and of course she'll conjunct with the north node of the moon and Uranus, okay, just around the same time as, and this is really going on all week, and that is the sun is coming into a square with the moon's nodes. Yeah, that sun is going to be in the middle of Aquarius, squaring those nodes at Taurus and Scorpio. So I'm going to be talking about that. I'm going to be talking about Mercury has gone direct. Mars has gone direct. They're going back over some of the same degrees that we've had before. I want to go into that a little bit. I want to go into that. Venus is also moving into Pisces tomorrow. Tomorrow we've got Venus in Pisces. Yes! Venus loves Pisces. So it's going to be great. By Sunday, the sun in Aquarius comes into a nice, beautiful trine, okay, with Mars down there in Gemini. So I want to be, feeling into that a little bit. Same time, Mercury is still up there in Capricorn, okay, and squaring Chiron, the wounded healer, over there in Aries, yeah. So these are the major aspects that I want to be talking about. After Taurus, the moon does go into Gemini by Monday, all right, and conjuncts Mars on Monday. By Tuesday, she goes a little farther, trines the sun, and squares Neptune. So let me just look at the camera and talk about it. Hola, everybody. All right. Wow. All right. I cannot tell a lie. It's Monday. I'm doing this week's Pele report a little bit ahead of time. Jumping on a plane for a 24-hour flight and going over 10 hours of time zones. I'm going to be in the air on Wednesday. So I'm doing this a little bit ahead of time. Something may happen on Tuesday, tomorrow, or today, Monday, or even Wednesday. And I'm not talking about it, but just go back to last week because anything can happen. This month started out, okay, with that new moon in Aquarius, sudden, shocking, surprising events, along with Uranus turning direct. So things are whipping up, things are changing, and that's really what I want to talk about a lot today. There's two different things going on simultaneously, and this is also what the mantra has to work with today, okay? Number one, we've got taking care of business, okay? There is lots of things happening in the third dimensional, material, egoic world. Mars in Gemini. Gemini is business, commerce, networking, social media. Mars shooting through here is, really charging us, forward. To learn new things, to study new things, to meet new people, attend new workshops, read new books, inform ourselves. And there's a repeat a little bit. Now, let me get into that later. So this Mars in Gemini going direct. Mercury in Capricorn, again, taking care of business, managing, okay, completing tasks, that began a little while ago. And preparing to move forward onto new tasks, new contracts, new agreements, new business deals. Jupiter in Aries, starting out, charging a new 12-year cycle of expansion and opportunity, and let's, go get them. Make it happen. What else? The moon is waxing. So it had that new moon, now it's coming into the first quarter square, and that is break free from the past, right? And maybe there's a little bit of doubt or, worry or fears, okay, about, breaking into total, complete self-expression. Yes? Not expression that's determined by your conditioning, your patterning, your past lives, or your childhood, but, bam, it's time to renew ourselves, yeah? And break out into new forms of expression. That's what the mantra is about, yeah? Imagine, envision, and invent, yeah? So that, that happens once a month, but, put together with direct Mercury in Capricorn, Mars direct in Gemini, Jupiter direct, in Aries. It's just like, bam. So it's busy, busy, busy. All the planets are direct. Lots of things happening and lots of things going on, and I got to go here and I got to finish this and I got to start that and I got to, and the mind is just going, ah. Then, at the same time, what else have we got going on? Venus moves into Pisces. I want to dream, I want to stay in bed, I want to meditate and do my yoga, listen to music, light some candles, get romantic, and fantasize about infinite possibilities. So, we've got that going on at the same time as what? Sun in Aquarius, squaring the moon's nodes. It's a very powerful time where it says we need to do Aquarius in order to break free from that south node past, in order to come more fully into the north node future. The north node future is in Taurus. Unconditional self-love. Develop my own talents and capacities. Make my own money. Be self-sufficient. Grow my own food. Kind of hunker down. Hunker in. Right? Reinvent myself and, what supports me and sustains me. So this is more of an inward thing. The sun in Aquarius at the same time is saying, it's time to envision, it's time to innovate, it's time to step out of business, out of, the conventional, established, world of, oh, I've got deadlines and I've got projects and I've got, agendas and da-da-da. The sun in Aquarius is saying, liberate yourself, enlighten yourself, open your third eye. You are far more than this physical body, far more than just these emotions, far more than just these thoughts. Go into the unknown. So you've got this dual kind of energy happening, right? And you could say this is Maya and distraction and business and third dimensional stuff. Versus, I hate to say versus, but it's a little bit of a polarity, spirit and matter, right? Multi-dimensional spirit light to third dimensional material, advancement and success in this world. So these things are going on simultaneously. And so we got to have it's great, Mars and Gemini, 1 foot in heaven, 1 foot on earth. Yeah? So to be in the world, but not of the world. Observe ourselves acting, creating, channeling, being mediums, being instruments of something higher, something wiser, something more infinite, something futuristic, baby. Ow! Now, let's look at the timing of this a little bit. Because what happened now was, and I got some dates here. Let me pull them up. Yeah? Mars. Okay? Mars has been in Gemini since last July, July, August. Right? And it's been moving through. Okay? And the first time it moved through the same degrees, that it's moving through now was the first week of September. Think of what you were initiating. Maybe new people you met, new networks, new contacts, okay, workshops, or books that you read, articles that you read, yeah, blogs that you wrote. Okay, this, in September, there was, Mars's initiative and action, starting out new things. So in September, something new came along, right? Okay, and then Mars went retrograde. And that retrograde, it came back to remember, reorganize, rewrite, rethink, okay, blah, 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 yeah, all of that in the last week of December. I had a very powerful ceremony that last week of December, right? So take that, what happened in September, it deepened in December, and now Mars is turning around to go direct through those same degrees. We're talking about 8, 9, 10, 11 degrees of Gemini, and it's time to finish or complete or resolve, okay, and move on, move forward, take it to the next level. Yeah, right? So what began in September now wants to, boom, it's like the bud of the flower was in September, and that flower wants to bloom now. So think about that. Now let's take Mercury. Okay, Mercury, went direct through these same degrees from December 14th to December 20th. So it went, it went direct, okay, through, these, early middle degrees of Capricorn. And again, new ideas, new business contacts, even dealing with taxes and finances and external authorities and governments, and maybe, some new laws were passed or court cases won or lost, or, things with all this BS that's going on in the big bad world, things going on out there, right, in the external institutions that are, creating more restrictions by the minute. Anyway, that, on an inner level, okay, it was time for you to tap into your own mature elder energy and tap into, your wisdom. Yeah, Mercury in Capricorn it's time for me to take responsibility to direct my business affairs and become more the author of my own life. Yeah, so the more that we are our own authorities, the less we need a bunch of external authorities, yeah, to form our future. Thank you very much. I'd like to form my own frickin' future. So it went direct 14 to 20 of December, okay? And then retrograde, rethink, redo, rewrite, remodel, rejuvenate, restore, okay? And that was what? January 7 to 13. So, some, ideas or concepts or, business matters or whatever started in late December, then came back to be reworked and massaged and, corrected or whatever. Okay, your web page needed adjustment. And now, bam, Mercury is direct. Time to put it out there. Speak your truth. Say your truth. Step up to that podium, grab that microphone, and spit it out there. Right? You see how so this is how, this whole retrograde direct motion, okay, of these planets is put into practice. Yeah? So this is happening, at this particular time. And Gemini and Capricorn are, like I say, that's very third dimensional, be here now, take care of business, keep your feet on the ground, wake up, don't be dreaming and sleeping and swept away or bullshitted or whatever. I mean, it's like, be alert, mindfulness. It's really calling for a lot of mindfulness, okay? And then, of course, now we have what? This moon coming into its first quarter square. That is at 8 degrees, 26 minutes of Taurus. Taurus. Not that far from the north node of the moon. Not that far from Uranus, right? Within hours, within the same day, she's coming around. So let's look at the Sabian symbol for that square, because I think that that is very important. Oh my God. You know, I didn't have time to go down to the river today. I'm in my bedroom. I gotta go grab my Sabian symbols off the bed. Okay, yeah, here it is. This is very interesting. A fully decorated Christmas tree. The keynote is the ability to create inner happiness in dark hours. In northern or mountainous countries where the Christmas tree symbol took form, we find a contrast between the tree outside, bare and normally covered with snow, and the tree inside, the home, loaded with decorations and gifts for the family. If we follow up the meaning of the preceding symbol, we see that snow has come outside, but the prepared and closely united group, Sun in Aquarius, square the moon's nodes, has created abundance, beauty, and happiness within, overcoming the cold barrenness of the outside world. Just as humanity has overcome in the previous symbol the natural obstacle to his progress, the Christ symbol is also included in the background. That is the vivid faith in a transformed future. Keep the faith. So this fourth stage symbol suggests the ever-present possibility open to us to transfigure the darkness and deprivation of the low point of a life cycle by incarnating in it an antiphonic response, celebrating the ever-remembered and always expected high moments of life. It evokes man's undying faith in cyclical renewal. Yeah? What goes up must come down, and what goes down must come up, just like the sun, the moon, and the stars, baby. Yeah? I mean, if life is like a sine wave, okay, you know, we're just, you know, we go down, and, you know, at that dark point, right, you know, at the winter solstice, okay, we need to inject the inner light, build that inner fire. And how do we do that? Well, we do that through incarnating. Yes, imbuing ourselves, our lives, our ego with spirit light, with spirit love. Yeah? And imbuing all of our actions, thoughts, words, and deeds, okay, you know, with heart. Yeah? With love. And not only heart and love, but imagination. Imagination. This is Venus in Pisces. It's drawing in through meditation, through stopping your thought processes. Slow down that Mercury, slow down that Mars in Gemini. Get into that Venus in Pisces a little bit and balance out, you know, this world with your inner spirit world. And not only that, let's take it a step farther, eh? Yeah, that's what the mantra does. We take this spirit world and we inject it into the material world. And we create ourselves renewed. We reinvent ourselves, our identities. And we let go of old relationships that don't support the new me. And we embrace new relationships of like-minded souls that help us, right? You know, not only envision a new future, but create that new future in this world, in this moment, in this now. So that's what it's about. That's what this week is about. That's what this mantra is about. Doggone it, I set down my thing on the bed again. So, yeah, you know, this is, the song for this week is You Ain't Seen Nothing Yet. Bum, 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 ba-da-dum, bum, bum. I just want to give you that blast of that, you know, this Jupiter in Aries, we don't want to forget it. Okay, you know, it's time to charge. It's time to go. We know that Jupiter is approaching Chiron. Okay, it's, you know, it's coming. And, you know, if we give a wide orb, we could say Jupiter is conjunct Chiron right now. And this, you know, spontaneously, instinctively beginning anew, penetrating into the unknown, may require and may bring up our wounds. Chiron and Aries, we're still dealing with that wound of I don't deserve to exist. I don't deserve to get what I want. I'm weak. I'm impotent. External authorities are running my life. Overcoming victim consciousness. Yeah? So we have to be very careful during these times that we don't fall prey to doubt, the demons of doubt, but that we believe. We believe in ourselves as beams, yeah, emanating like sunbeams from the source of all light, the Creator. Yeah. We are co-creators of this freaking reality, man. You can't forget it. You got to hold it tight. You got to hold strong to it. Yeah? So, what's the mantra? The mantra is, in all of my busyness, I will not forget that I am a being of love and light, here to imagine, envision, and invent. Pretty simple, right? Wraps it up in 4 lines. You got to do your Mercury in Capricorn. You got to do your Mars in Gemini. You know, I got to fill out my tax forms and dealing with the accountant and all this BS that I can't stand. I mean, you know, we've got to take care of business, but we don't want that business to creep in and kill our enthusiasm, dampen our faith. We have to remain, inspired. And we have to know that Spirit is supporting us. Moon square Sun in Taurus, conjunct the North Node, conjuncting Uranus, finding new ways of making money, new ways of income, new ways of supporting myself, new capacities, new talents. Okay? I mean, it's like, yes, the universe, Spirit, light, and love is encouraging us to do something different. Meet some new people, man. Start some new, take your ideas and bring them down into reality. All right. One more time. In all of my busyness, I will not forget that I am a being of love and light, here to imagine, envision, and invent. Every single one of us has Uranus, Aquarius, the Sun, the 5th house and the 11th house, somewhere in our natal horoscope. Let's tap into that we are inventors. We are co-creators of a new paradigm, and we are going to sail this ship into new, uncharted, unknown waters by facing our doubts, our fears, our limitations, and going beyond. Yeah. Ow, baby. Cut it out. We got this, man. You can do this. This is, this is what you're here for. It's what that's what we incarnated for, is to be a unique expression of Creator. Let's not forget, all of creation is Creator witnessing itself in ever new ways. We are the edge of the expanding universe. So do something new, say something new, think something new, design something new, jewelry, pottery, yourself, your wardrobe, your hairdo, whatever, man. Do something that's never been seen before, done before, heard before, or thought before. Yeah? Step out. That's the sun in Aquarius, squaring the moon's nose. And again, I'm Kaipacha here with the Weekly Pele Report, and maybe I'll bump into you somewhere, sometime, someplace, and we can co-create something together. Ow! Namaste, aloha, pura vida. So much love.